Hello, everybody. Well, everybody does videos about their opinions, their hacks, their political beliefs. I just thought I'd do my own. Now, I'm not a cute young girl, I'm an older woman, been around a while, and I was raised Catholic and Democrat. My father is Mexican American. So I was raised with those democratic ideologies of the 60s, 70s, 80s. However, when Obama was president, when he ran the second time, I changed my party because my beliefs were starting to coexist better with the conservative side of things. The Democratic Party's beliefs were just not the same as what they used to be, and I have always felt that I was a conservative, and I have always felt that we should lift up the people who need help. We should pave a way to a brighter future for those less fortunate than us, which I originally thought was the democratic way. But times have changed, and it's just not like that anymore. The Republican and Democratic parties are metamorphosizing, if that's a real word. And I'm no politician, I'm no expert in politics. I just want to tell you what I see. And what I see is the Democrats, those in power in the Democratic Party, are governed by and driven by money, greed, power. And they will not stop at using the unfortunate to their advantage. There were so many examples and so many things that have happened out there, but one thing I would like to point out, just as an example, is after 8 years in office, did President Obama do anything for the impoverished inner city blacks in Chicago, the town that he supposedly originally represented as a congressman, and then later on the state, and then, of course, as our president? He didn't do anything at all. And that, like I said, that's just one, and there are so many examples, I couldn't even begin to point them all out. But I can tell you this, it's very clear to me that the divisiveness in our country, it has accelerated at a rapid rate once it was clear that there was going to be a showdown between Trump and Hillary Clinton. Once Trump won the nomination, the news was just full of all these allegations of conservatives, especially Trump, being divisive. Meanwhile, all the divisive things that were happening in the world during this period of time, 2016, 2017, they were all driven by the Democratic Party. They're the ones that draw the line. They're the ones that identify people in their identity politics. I am completely confused by this, what is it, LGBT acronym? Why are they lumping all these people together? I grew up in a, well, let's call it a gay community. And transsexuals and transvestites and lesbian, gay, all these people are from different backgrounds and have different desires and different identifications. You can't lump them together. I don't understand why. Well, I do. I have my own ideas. I think that, again, we have divisiveness on the behalf of the Democratic Party. They are lumping these people together so that these people can be offended together as a group by us, what was the word that Hillary used? Us deplorable conservatives. Don't call me a Republican, just call me a conservative. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing, although I did vote Republican. I think that Trump was a conservative, not necessarily Republican, before he had to choose a party in order to run, right? I'm not saying Trump is the perfect person, and I'm not saying that I would, swab his feet with perfume and kiss his toes. No, but I think that God works in mysterious ways, and he uses all types of people to do his work. And I fully support this house cleaning, this getting back to the norm, the where our country came first and our citizens were safe, and there was a systematic approach to immigration, to international relations, to economic decisions that affect the middle class American. Isn't that what America's all about? Middle class Americans? Every country has their high class and low class, but very few countries have a middle class, and the United States is driven by its middle class. We are the majority, and the middle class is not white, it's not Latino, it's not black. We're Americans, we're a mix. I mean, look at me. I'm white, right? Think again. I'm black. No, I'm not. Was Obama black? Everybody says he was. He was half white, half black. I'm half white, half Mexican American. However, when you fill out an administrative form, some type of a application, whatever, they always ask for ethnicity, and they have Hispanics and Caucasians separated on half the forms, and then they have Hispanics listed as Caucasians on the other half. Okay, so I'm half Hispanic, so, and I'm kind of brown, so does that make me a person of color? Well, all my life I've been treated as if I'm white, when I know darn well I'm a mix. I relate to both cultures. Now, Obama, did he ever give credit to his white culture? He just played the black card. Even going as far as trying to speak in Ebonics to a black crowd. That was just laughable and insulting. I would have been insulted if I had been in that crowd and had been black. But, that's neither here nor there. The point is, we are Americans. That is the group that we are lumped into. And guess who lumps that group? Trump. He lumps us all into one group. American, well, two groups, and not American. Okay? If you're not American, you're either here legally visiting on a visa or whatever legal means, or you're illegal. I don't care if you're from Mexico or Russia or Indonesia. If you're illegal, you're illegal. If you want to live in this country, more power to you, but go through the channels that everybody else had to go through. And if that seems harsh, well, it's meant to be harsh. That's the whole point. If you want to be something, you have to work towards it. No one's going to give you a doctor's and an MD in medicine unless you go to school. I'm an attorney. No one's going to give me a JD until I'm done with law school and pass the bar. That's the way it works. You can't just walk in here and say, I want all the benefits of being an American, but I don't want to learn the language, and I don't want to study the history, and I don't want to pay any money to the government, and I don't want to go through the process, the rigorous process it takes to become a member, a citizen of the greatest country in the world. So, obviously, that's a no-brainer. That makes perfect sense. And it's really moot point because we all know that it's all just a big game. The Democratic Party, the people who, the powers that be, let's put it that way, they just want a constituency to vote for them. Oh my goodness, now my dogs are barking. At any rate, I will continue this another time.